powers must act together, because if we're not at the table, we're on the menu.
Somewhere Europe has to grow out of the mindset that Europe's problems are the world's problems, but the world's problems are not Europe's problems.
चुन चुन करके हिसाब लेना ये मेरी फितरत है.
Why should it be a problem if I'm smart enough to have multiple options? You should be admiring me.
भारत झुकने वाला भी नहीं.
The rise of India will be determined by India. It will be determined by our strength, not by the mistakes of others.
The old order is not coming back. We shouldn't mourn it. Nostalgia is not a strategy.
Hey guys, let's talk about Middle East once again. A couple of days ago, I made a video on Saudi Arabia and the mess that was going between Saudi Arabia and Houthis, right? Houthis were threatening to actually block the Bab al-Mandeb, that strait. They were simply threatening to do that. And guess what? It just got real. Okay, let me actually tell you what exactly happened. All right, what exactly is happening is that Yemen's Houthis have reportedly struck Saudi Aramco's Jazan oil facility with multiple ballistic missiles, and the videos are appearing. I think they're available on Reddit and X and all that too. And massive mushroom cloud, all that mushroom shaped plume rising, all that good stuff is happening. Then in fact what's happening is that the NASA firms have also confirmed this thing, that but they're not saying that who hit it, but what they're saying is that it's a significantly large thermal anomaly at the Saudi Aramco Jazan refinery, which is consistent with major fire in the area following the reported Yemeni missile strikes. And what else is happening is that Houthis have declared a blockade on Saudi shipping. In fact, the Saudi tanker was also hit and caught fire near Jazan, and shipping has begun changing its course. The ships are leaving Red Sea. And what will be the impact of this whole thing? But first of all, actually, let me show you where Jazan is. I'm not going to take too long on this one and drag it further. So this is Jazan right here, as you can see. Okay. So they have hit it this right here with the ballistic missile. Okay. And as you can see, so their goal is their goal is to block the the pipeline, that the backup plan, Saudi Arabia's backup plan, is what Houthis are trying to block. And Houthis support Iran. So the whole idea from the get-go all along has been for Houthis and Iran to destabilize the whole entire region. What they're saying is that if we can't have it, you can't have it either. And simple reason being that for 40 some years, Iranians and have been dealing with all the problems simply because Saudis have always wanted to weed out the competition on the name of so-called threat. And why? Because it's a competition, right? I mean, Saudi's entire GDP depends on oil, and if Iran is there, then that competition can create problem for, not can, but actually it will. So that's why they have been, and Iranians are not happy about it either. And Houthis are going to whack them now. So what will be impacted with that? That's the question. See, the first thing first is that at this point, Hormuz controlled 20%, and Red Sea was all, I would say, 5 to 10%. So almost 30% of crude supply or any refined crude supply, all that is completely blocked. Not to mention, Egypt will be impacted really, really bad. Why? Because of the Suez Canal. And Egypt's revenue from the Suez Canal was almost $2 billion per year. So if this is gonna last long, then we are looking into Egypt maybe going into a major economic crisis. Why? Because Egypt already has serious problems, economic problems. Okay, so Egypt's tourism and Suez Canal was a major revenue stream for them. So after this, good luck to Egypt also. And I would say that Sudan or Eritrea, Djibouti, all that is just gone. All right. Now, only way out of this is actually, let me show you the map real quick. Only way out of this is uh that this is Djibouti. Somewhere around here actually is Somaliland. Okay, so UAE and India are working on some sort of plan for this using the Socotra Island right here, and then go into Somaliland, and from there they may actually get through Ethiopia. They may actually enter Africa and all other places. So from Ethiopia, Sudan, Egypt, they may do bypass it. But then again, you cannot bypass the ocean just like that. Why? Because a very huge tonnage can be sent through the shipping. It's easier, it's productive, it's economical in many ways. So that's why. Now, if that is blocked, which means that at this point at least, countries are going to rely heavily on Cape of Good Hope in South Africa right here. This will be the port from where they're gonna take this route. From here, they're gonna come here and then go to Cape of Good Hope right here, around here, and then from here they're gonna go wherever they have to go. Okay, that's the alternative. So there is that, guys. Now when this is gonna be over, only God knows. And yeah, let me actually see if there was something else that I wanted to say. Uh, and also other thing that has happened is the Saudis have struck Houthis too. They have struck Houthi held Hodeidah and Kamran Island. All right, Hodeidah and Kamran Island. So that means it has to be. Let me actually find out real quick, and then Houthi based. Well, oh well, it is what it is. But that's the serious business. All right. Now let me actually share something real quick with you. And this is happening. And right here, there you go. This is uh, the explosions. Aramco's refinery in Jazan has been hit. So there is that, as you can see. So yeah. And I don't know what else to tell you, because all I can say is that oil market is messed up. And what was happening in, I would say, um how do I say it? See, whatever was petrodollar is gonna be gone. Petrodollar, dream of Saudi Arabia, Middle Eastern countries, it's gone. Now US and South America, the Latin America is gonna have all the traffic, oil traffic, gas traffic, all that is gonna be redirected towards the Western Hemisphere. Okay, and the way I'm looking at it, there's another possibility in this whole thing, is that Trump may get his way actually as far as Greenland is concerned. And if he gets his way in Greenland, then they may start some mess over there too. Now, if they're gonna try to block all the routes, everything, so that world doesn't go and get energy and all that, then I'm thinking that probably uh, it may lead to World War III, because if you are going to become pain in the rear on purpose, then yeah, world will be at war, and I don't believe that that's gonna end well for anyone, quite frankly. So yeah, this is it. The game is over. Petrodollar is over, and uh, Trump was talking about lowering the interest rate and all that, and dude basically complained about this whole interest rate thing with Jerome Powell. He called him too late and this and that, all kinds of things he did. But guess what? Um, Federal Reserve is again planning to increase the two rate hikes this year, simply because of the mess that this guy has put country in. And so interest rate are gonna be hiked up again. That basically the 0.25 points, right? So the uh, those points that they had bought with the $250 billion, those, though, I think that time is over, and I think they will have to ultimately increase the interest rate on that. And when so interest rate is gonna go up to 7%, 7.5 maybe, and already uh, something housing that is unaffordable right now is going to become even more unaffordable, and car note or all that thing, if you have all that, then it's going to pretty much become a serious problem. And when you increase the interest rate, then domestic business, domestic market actually is impacted by it. So if domestic market is impacted by it, that means that we are going to see job loss, business shutdowns, all these things are coming. So yeah, so the American dream is going to be basically that go and sleep. Okay, keep dreaming. That's what it is at the end of the day. Anyways, so this is it for this video, guys. Take care.